Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show. Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. Oh, this is amazing. I have Keithen Polk with me, and he was just saying something, because I don't really pre-interview anybody, so I was trying to find out exactly what he did. Well, he's a model, but you also do something else which has fascinated me, helping other men.
Yes.
Because you don't normally find people helping men. It's usually helping women. It's always helping women, never helping men. And the reason I was fascinated was years ago I wanted to do a show just for men. Like a men's club. But then when I mentioned men's club, they said, well, Ninon, you don't want to go into a men's club. And I said, why? Now, in England, we have men's clubs, but they're legit. But here, they have men's clubs, which I guess there's a bunch of women running around or something. I don't know. But anyway, the whole thing sort of collapsed because I said, no, that was not what I wanted to do. So you help other men.
Yes.
What do you do for them? And this is I love this.
So I'm a consultant. I guess you can put me in the lines of image consultant or personal coach / mentor. But my job is to help young men and men enhance their overall presentation while specifically focusing on building their wardrobe, their etiquette, their mentality, and their philanthropy.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. That's so funny. Because I always felt some of them, they don't dress for the part.
Exactly.
And I think lately a lot of men have got really lackadaisical. And I just love this outfit. So maybe we could change this outfit for 2021. A lot of men in the summer, especially in Vegas, they have these shorts, which are normally very baggy, and they've got bags on the side. Then they've got these white socks, and then they've got the tennis shoes, and then they've got the T-shirt that does not fit one part of their body. And they think they look great, and they're like hoping they're going to pick a woman up. I'm looking at this thinking, what on earth? Did they look in the mirror?
No, they don't. I feel like, so depending on the occasion, I feel like since Vegas is such a hot state and hot weather, the whole attire of clothing is more like just T-shirts, tank tops, just throw some socks on.
It's awful. The last thing I think any woman wants to see is men's legs. Men do not have great legs, and when they do have great legs, you still don't want to see them. It's just one of those things. I'm too hot the other way, and I'm thinking, yeah, but what about what you look like? So how do we solve that problem?
So we don't. I mean, it really depends on the individual. So my job will be to come in and determine what kind of person this young man or male is, and then enhance whatever they're doing. So if it has the tube socks, maybe we can cut the tube socks and make it ankle socks to make it a little more presentable.
Okay.
Make it more form-fitting shorts, because there are a lot of them, especially in this hot weather.
Yes.
And then tank tops nowadays do not have to be baggy. They can be tailored to your body.
Well, maybe they got the tummies a little bit. They're trying to cover it. Women do the same thing. Don't misunderstand me. We've got the women in the flip-flops and the dresses, the tank tops down to hair and the skirts up to hair. And don't I look great? I'm like, what are you trying to catch? Is it important for how somebody dresses?
Yes. I've learned at a young age to always be presentable and always dress for where you want to go and how you want to be presented. So me living in multiple different cities, doing multiple different job interviews, and with my education, I found out that it's very important because people will judge you based off of solely.
You. As soon as you walk in a room, they will judge you.
Yes.
I don't care whether you're in a room for a high tea or lunch or dinner or breakfast, they will judge. They will look at you and you will be immediately judged.
Yes, you will.
You might not be spoken to at all.
Exactly.
And they might not know you, but you will be judged.
And I always tell people, like, that will give the cue for somebody to actually, whether they want to speak with you or whether they want to walk the other way. So I always tell people that presentation is necessary. And even when guys walk outside, iron your clothes. Like, that's just something more simple, just so that way your clothes are neat, your clothes are pressed, and that just gives off a presentation that you like to take care of yourself.
Okay. I have three things. I have three things about a man. First of all, his teeth. His teeth have to be nice. They have to look good, because if you're dating this guy, you're going to kiss him, and you're going to be a little bit near this mouth. Then it's his hands. If his hands are well-groomed and look nice, he's checking himself out. He knows his teeth are okay, right? Then how are your hands? Hands are pretty good. His hands are good. So when I look at the hands, that tells me whether he is using his brain or using his hands as of working.
Right.
And then the third thing is the shoes. Now, depending, if you're playing tennis, then you really need tennis shoes.
Do need to.
But, and I'm very into shoes that are well polished and everything. And when they have clean shoes and nice shoes, that means that they're well groomed and they're clean.
Right.
So those are my three things. That's the first thing I'll look at, and I will turn away. I mean, they could be having jeans on, but these short things, I don't know about that stuff. I'm not too keen on any of that, but that's just my opinion. But so is that important for a man? I mean, if he wants to get a date, and if he's not dressed the way of the sort of woman he wants, he's got to change.
Right. He does. And I feel as though, like, we all have our personifications of what type of women that we want.
We know what we want.
Yeah, exactly what we want. So I feel like you can't want that person if you don't get yourself in the position to actually accept that person.
If you want her nicely dressed and well groomed and
Exactly.
everything, you can't show up in shorts and
high tops.
I remember one time I had a date and I was dressed, obviously, and I said, I didn't know that this was dressy, and I said, well, this is a date, isn't it? Like, what did you expect? But maybe that's how women would have dressed. I don't know. But it is the appearance.
It is the appearance. And I think some guys, not all guys, but some guys just don't know, or they haven't been pointed in the right direction, or they don't have the right guy.
This is the way to dress.
Exactly. So they take their style from TV, or they take their style from like their friend or what that person will wear, rather than actually having like what you could actually wear on a date, when you go to a networking event, when you go to a job interview, whether you're walking outside. Like, there's specific things that you can make yourself look good and feel good at the same time.
And that's funny because Vegas is more of a tourist place, obviously because of our hotels. But we're also getting a tremendous amount of people living here now and staying longer, because it was like the transit time was 2 years. Everybody was like 2 years and they'd leave.
Right.
I think that's changing a little bit. Mm-hmm. But also, so when people come here on a vacation, or they come here for conventions, because they used to have a lot of conventions. Yes. Hopefully they'll all come back. I don't know what's going to happen. Keep having fingers crossed, because that created a lot of jobs for people in Vegas.
Yes.
As well. So with all that, it is a casual place. But then, dinner times and, going to a restaurant for lunch, a little bit different, right?
So it's actually funny. So my other job, I do work for the nightclubs.
Oh, you do?
So I'm constantly always getting the question of, what should I wear? How should I dress? And I have to tell them that this is not your hometown. Here you have to actually dress up in order to go out, because they will not let you into the nightclub with just tennis shoes. They're dirty. They won't let you in. You have to actually dress.
They won't let you in.
They will not let you in.
I love that. That's cool.
You will get denied from the door. So I'm always constantly pointing guys in the different directions in order what stores to go get their merchandise, so that way they could be presentable.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stores out there that you can get them half price, or there's a lot of places here that it's not going to cost a whole bunch of money. Mm-hmm. And then if you're just going to wear that at night, you could wear it, 2 or 3 times.
Exactly.
Different jacket or different trousers or whatever you want to do. So what so you're also a model.
Yes.
Now, how are you doing with your modeling?
So actually, throughout the pandemic, it's been really good. I've actually been published modeling. Well, now I'm independent, so I'm still currently looking for an agent. But independently, I've actually been published during the pandemic around 50 plus times.
Really?
Which is kind of cool. Like all online marketings with different small companies.
Really?
A lot of the voting campaigns
so
I've been on.
How do you get those jobs? Are they all paid jobs?
Yes, they were paid.
All paid?
They were paid.
So how did you get those?
So it's kind of a funny story. So I kind of like met the photographer at the right time. I was introduced from my friend.
Okay.
And she works for Getty Images. So a lot of the Getty Images that she gets is a lot of African Americans that they need within the images. So it's not a lot of them on Getty Images. So my face was utilized a lot more than usual, because they were looking for more African Americans.
That's definitely the right place at the right time.
It was.
But also because you were there. Yes, so, you have to understand that if you weren't there, it wouldn't have happened.
Correct.
So because you were there and you were doing your work and doing your job and whatever you were doing, you managed to meet these people. So is it a good idea to be out and socialize and meet people and everything?
So, yes, I'm a fan of socializing. I love the in-person thing. The whole online right now, it's an adjustment.
Yes, big adjustment.
Yes.
A lot of people.
But I love to personally meet people because you actually get the vibe of that person,
Yes.
the chemistry.
Yes.
You actually get to know a little bit more about them rather than just talking them over the screen.
Absolutely. And they also get to see you in person and
Yes.
they can analyze you. I can take a photograph this way. Well, he would look good this and he'll look good that. I know, he knows what you look like. Or she knows what you look like. So you do the modeling.
Right.
You also do this sort of, what do you call your helping men? What's
Consulting.
Consulting. So do you have a name for that?
Yes, the consulting name is Total Guy. It can be found on TheTotalGuy20 on Instagram. www.total/guy.com is my website.
Okay.
And Total/Guy on YouTube as well. So I do have YouTube channels that I usually post every Tuesday and Thursday to give out different tips in order to help men. My most recent one was 3 tips on how to enhance your gift giving.
Oh, so what was that? What did you? We just came past. What was it?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Lost my thought. Valentine's Day. So gifting.
Yes. So as part of the philanthropy aspect of my service, and the 3 tips I gave out was number 1, building the suspense. So if you're the guy that constantly just gives out flowers, teddy bears, and chocolates on Valentine's Day, women are already
into that.
Right, concluded into that.
I know what I'm going to get.
So if you actually break it down or space it out, it builds up to a suspense to make it a little more entertaining or a little bit more fun.
So something different.
Something different. Just a little twist. You can do the same gifts, but in her mind, it's like, okay, what are we building up to?
Yes.
So that way it brings up a suspense. And then number 2 was risk. I'm a big fan of buying a gift to see if they like it.
A risk taker.
I'm a risk taker.
A risk taker with your woman.
Because it shows that I'm opening up her mind to something new.
I was going to say she can open herself up as well, because then she turns around and thinks, well, he's given me this unusual gift. I could do the same thing.
Exactly. So therefore, it creates another level within your relationship or somebody that you're trying to be attentive to.
Okay, that sounds cool.
The third one is the forgotten gift. So let's say it is Valentine's Day. It's a lot of guys that do forget things. So I told
forget Valentine's Day. Ooh.
Don't forget your anniversaries either.
No, and her birthday.
Please don't.
But anniversaries are important.
They are. At least Valentine's is more man-made, but you can still get around it.
Yes.
But social media changed that. Now you have to give a gift.
Yes.
But if you do forget to give a gift.
Okay, so you forgot the day.
I always tell the guys, just don't even rush it. Don't even rush. You already lost because they already looking at.
It's already too late.
Yeah, they looked at all their friends' social media.
You already missed out.
You already missed out. So a way to get over that is plan out the next few days with something that you want to give them. Obviously, your gift now has to be bigger than what you were going to get on Valentine's Day. But the next couple of days, you can plan out to show appreciation, to say even though Valentine's Day is a man-made holiday, I'm appreciative of you every other day and every single day.
Let's talk about a twist. That is definitely a big twist. I love it though, but you could also turn around and say, well, I didn't want to tell you, but we're going away this weekend.
Yeah.
You could do that too. That's if the relationship is that far forward. But even if it isn't, you can be very nice and very polite and get 2 separate rooms. And so, a woman, as long as there's joining doors.
That's true. I hope you guys are listening.
I'm thinking way back when I met my husband and we went away, and it was Valentine's weekend. Or we made it Valentine's. And we stayed in this hotel, but he was very polite. I had my room, he had his room. But I noticed there was joining doors. I thought, So he was thinking, nothing still happened because I wasn't ready.
Right.
But at the same time, he was thinking. He was definitely thinking.
So it's impressive.
But that could be a week. I didn't want to have it. I want to surprise you and make it different. So you could do that.
Yes.
So anyway, how can anybody reach you?
So yes, I do one-on-one, so they can always reach me on the website, which is www.total/guy.com. The Total Guy 20 is on Instagram. Same thing with YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I'm living in the Las Vegas area, so I'm always available.
Do you have a phone number? Do you want to give a phone number?
Yeah.
Go
My
ahead.
personal phone number is 814-384-1156. I can always be reached through text or through call. Just message me first because I usually don't answer the unknown messages. Too many scammers.
Yeah, too many. Well, I get a lot of,
Send me a text first.
310s and 452s.
Yeah.
I get a lot of numbers, and I just look and think, I don't know that person.
Exactly.
I know, and then sometimes I answer it, and when you answer it, and they now really have your phone number. So see, I don't know. It's a
And you
hit
get
and miss
5
out
more
there.
calls.
Yeah, there you go. He's right.
5 more calls.
Hit and miss, that's what it's all about. Do you ever help women?
So my focus right now is to help the men because I feel like that's just the area that
I love
is not,
you staying with the men.
It's not.
I think
been
that's a
untapped.
very good idea to stay with them. There's a lot of things out there for the women.
Exactly.
Always been a lot of things out there for the women. But now you kind of encouraged me a little bit of thinking how, because sort of being at my age now, I know a lot about sort of men and women and everything going through,
Right.
and knowing a lot of the mistakes men have made that they've regretted, and they think, well, if I'd done it that way, and they didn't do it purposely, they just didn't know. And you're right, because that's what you said.
Yes.
Well, you've been amazing.
Thank
Keithen
you.
is absolutely amazing. So don't forget to get in touch with him and get your life in control in a better way. And you never know, you just might find that woman you're looking for. But maybe you're not looking. Maybe she'll just come along. You never know. But if you're ready and you're dressed and you're prepared, it might come along sooner than later.
That's true. That is very true.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. We'll be right back with our next guest.
Thank you.
Thank you very
No,
much.
thank you.
Lovely. Thank you.
That was great.
If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.